All right, this is Thursday, week 2, number 1. Josh and me worked all weekend building them stairs to our treehouse. You never say Josh and me, it's Josh and I. Whenever I is the subject of the sentence, or you are the subject of the sentence, you go with I and not me. You never say me, like me worked all weekend, to be I worked all weekend. Just because Josh is there doesn't mean that you would go with me. So Josh and I, capitalize Josh. Josh and I worked all weekend building them stairs to our treehouse. If you take a look at stairs, those are not the stairs that we would walk up to a treehouse. Okay, we would want S-T-A-I-R-S for those stairs. We need a period at the end. Josh and I worked all weekend building them stairs to our treehouse. Still doesn't sound quite right, and that's because we have them, and we should go with those instead of them in that situation. Those stairs, because we're kind of pointing them out. Those stairs over there to our treehouse. Number 2, our creative writing class goes to the library on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Now, some people might wonder, do I capitalize creative writing class? No, not in this case, because you're not specifically naming the class. It might be called Creative Writing 1 or Creative Writing 2, but it's not a specific name, so it still just stays our creative writing class and it does not get capitalized. Our creative writing class goes to the library on Monday, comma, Wednesday, comma, and Friday. Since we have a list of at least 3 things, we need a comma after each thing in the list, except for at the end. You never put a comma at the end, and in this case it ends a sentence, so it's a period. We always capitalize our days of the week: Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And so that should clean that sentence up real nice. And we move on to number 3 and 4. These are abbreviations. Now, abbreviations are kind of like sight words when you were younger. You just kind of have to know them. There's really no good formula. It's just the more you practice them or the more you memorize them, the better you are. Senior is SR. Sorry, it's smaller case R, SR period. And then month would be MO period. That's not a very common one to know, but it'd be MO period. Finally, we have subordinating conjunction. Find the subordinating conjunction. Now, the subordinating conjunctions come in subordinate clauses, and the subordinate clauses are the ones that are dependent on having another sentence. And so if you look at this sentence, you have really 2 clauses here. You have after you finish your essays, and then you have exchange them with your partners. Now, exchange them with your partners is actually a sentence because it's giving a command. The command is for you to exchange them with your partners. So that actually counts as an independent sentence by itself. So that's not the dependent clause. We're looking for the dependent clause, which leaves us with after you finish your essays. If I were to look at someone and say, after you finish your essays, they would look at me and say, what? Because there needs to be more information given, so it's considered a dependent clause. A lot of dependent clauses start with subordinating conjunctions, and so in this case your subordinating conjunction is after. Now, we haven't learned this yet this year because it's only week 2, so we'll take some time this year and learn about subordinating conjunctions, subordinate clauses, and how that works. For right now, you should have after as your answer though, and that is all for Thursday, week 2. We should go ahead and write down one thing we learned on the back of the paper.